So we're here with a real life gamer that's actually starting a new venture. His name is Gene, and we're gonna talk to him because the whole idea behind these interviews is that it's kind of like a gamer spotlight where we kind of talk about what gamers actually do outside of playing games. So before we get started on what your new venture is, tell us some of your favorite games. I heard you're into sports games and maybe fighting games. Tell us about that.
Okay. I love basketball games and boxing, it depends. If it's the new boxing games, yeah. If it's them old shits from like Genesis and stuff, no, can't do it. Honestly speaking, like I actually wanted to get into I was actually going to school for IT because I wanted to get into game design.
Mm-hmm.
And the main reason I wanted to get into game design is because I really wanted to remake Streets of Rage.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Streets of Rage, I can't get tired of playing that game. That game is the shit. Shit.
What are some of the things you wanted to actually add, or were you thinking of a sequel, or just remaking the original? What was kind of your vision?
I was probably thinking of remake, like, okay, obviously Streets of Rage came out for Genesis or whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
I would do both. Remake it, put it on PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. And, I love the music for the game. The music is good. It's like, yo, I'll be on a train listening. I have it on my iPod.
Really?
Yeah. Shit is hot.
So you're thinking of a crossover between Streets of Rage and Final Fight. That's something that you would be interested.
Like you see how they got SNK versus Capcom,
yeah.
And you put them all together. Just add some Streets of Rage guys into it. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
You got Axel. You got Blaze. Fuck, you put all of them. You know what? Not Dr. Zan, because he sucks. He's mad slow.
Going up on it.
Believe it or not,
Gene,
you know what? You could add them all. But the simple fact, you're going to upgrade each of their moves anyway.
Okay, so yeah, that's right. It's a whole new platform.
Who else? Shiva. Like, there's a code in there for Genesis in Streets of Rage 3 where after you beat him, you hold B,
mm-hmm.
and then until you get to the next level, and then you can pick him.
Alright, so now let's talk about your new venture with Love and Fashion. Tell us a little bit about how you got to work with them.
Well, one of my good friends, Trey, he's the founder of it. He's the CEO of the company. At first, I didn't really think about it until I actually started talking to him about it more and more. And then, I've been doing my research. I've been looking at the top modeling agencies in New York City. Top 15, actually. Just been looking through different websites and, just doing my research. Like I've been doing for the past few weeks. And pretty much if I have to be that guy to make Love and Fashion, I can to bring it to make it a better market in some way, because New York is a fashion
mm-hmm.
district. It's going to take a lot of hard work, but also if I gotta be pretty much that franchise player, then fine. You just better just give me the players.
Right.
You give me the personnel around me. We're gonna make some things happen, pretty much.
So the interesting thing is that you're starting off this. So that's why we're having this interview. We're gonna kind of ask you a few questions about what the experience has been so far. But hopefully we'll be able to check back with you later on and kind of see what this new venture has led to, and some of the things you've learned. So it's a really cool opportunity to see something starting up.
Pretty much when you're in front of the camera, you just gotta be yourself and you gotta be confident in who you are, you know. I mean, it says a lot. I mean, a lot of people talk about, yeah, I can model, but they don't actually put in the work in terms of going on the internet and looking at different models or whatever the case is. Like,
Right.
Like for me personally, like I'm a sports guy.
Right.
Not into modeling and all that shit. Before, I'm like, you know, sports, tough, you know, but...
So are you able to kind of use that in, for example, in this photo shoot? Were you able to kind of like think about photos that you've seen of athletes and stuff like that?
Yeah, actually, I've been doing a lot of that. I was thinking a lot about that this week. Like about like different poses, you know, when you, to my knowledge, I think when you're doing photography, you should like do different types of pictures. You just be serious with like, just,
right.
you know, you should be able to show different faces of yourself.
Right. Now you have you know, you're a fan of wrestling and things like that. Do you think that has helped? You know how wrestlers get in front of the camera and they do, you know, cut promos and stuff like that. Do you think that has helped in any way with this new venture of yours?
I would say somewhat. It probably has, because my friends, people that really know me, they know. Sometimes they call me over dramatic. When it comes to certain things or whatever. I remember my friend Siobhan had actually told me, like, you have if you are a wrestler, you have the charisma to do it, to, like, you know, I don't know, she said, I have the charisma, I have the personality to do it. I love sports so much where it's like, it's the crowd that really gets me hyped. It's the crowd.
Oh, man.
I love the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, I know for a fact, once I get that big break, I mean, it's gonna be something, I'll tell you that much. I mean, I know there's some people out there that think, oh, what are you doing? I mean, you're such and such age, you shouldn't be thinking about this. I mean, at the end of the day, people, I noticed working when I was working in Milwaukee, when I was living out there for a year and a half. I was working at a chemical place in Milwaukee, and I noticed it's good money too. People are so miserable, and it's a shame. And what it comes down to is like people, they get to this point where, because they couldn't accomplish what they want to accomplish at their prime or whatever the case is, they're miserable. So they're so negative, and I refuse to be that person.
Right. You're giving yourself a shot.
Yeah.
You're gonna see how far you can go.
I personally think, I don't think people they get to a point where they just settle.
Right.
And it's not fair. You just settle for what? And then you're bitter to everybody else because if I could have did this, it's like, fuck all that.
Right.
You gotta give yourself opportunity to do what you want to do. Don't just settle. And I don't think any human being should live like that. Go out there and get what you're worth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I heard this in the last Rocky movie that came out, and it's some real touching stuff.
Right.
He said, there's a scene where he was talking to his son, and he wanted to fight again, and his son pretty much was saying like his father, he's the shadow of his father, whatever the case is. Pretty much he said, you know what? the world ain't no sunshine, rainbows, all this stuff or whatever. But pretty much what it comes down to, you gotta be willing to take the hits. That's how winning's done. People are gonna say negative shit, bad shit about you, whatever the case is. But if you get hit and you stay down, that's a problem. You have to take the hits.
Damn it. There you go.
Who's that? Yeah, my name is Gene Diggs Jr. And actually, I'm a model for Love and Fashion. Let me just started out. I mean, you gotta start somewhere. But if I'm gonna be that guy that's gonna bring this company to something, then so be it. I'll take that pressure. You know, some people don't want the pressure, but I've been doing my homework on what I need to do to be one of the best models I can possibly be. So I'll be good.